Good morning, students.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, so students, today we'll be talking about the mannose binding lectin pathway. Okay, so do you have any questions related to alternative pathway?
No, sir.
Okay,
Sir, I actually had a question regarding the classical pathway.
mm-hmm.
So why is that small pore of 10 Armstrong created if anyway nothing can escape through it?
Okay, so see, sometimes, you know, there can be multiple factors. One of them is, uh, you know, when that C8 is inserted into the membrane, right? It automatically creates some kind of pore. Okay, so that could be one reason, right? But then, it's not every time that you have to kill a pathogen, right? So as it said, even the RB, it can lyse RBCs, right? I said that. So although it's a 10 Armstrong pore, but still it can lyse some cells like the RBC. Okay, and this happens when suppose you transfuse a blood, right, which is of other group. Okay, so then that cell which is foreign, right, even that is lysed, right, and for that you don't need a full-fledged MAC, even C8, which will create that small pore, even that is enough to lyse the RBC which has come from outside. Okay, so as I said, okay, if it is happening in nature, then obviously it must be having some function, right? Got my point? So it can lyse small cells, not the bigger one, right? So a pore of 10 Armstrong may not be good enough to kill a pathogen, but it is still good enough to lyse an RBC or maybe some other small cell.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. And Manaswini will be reading about this when we will read hypersensitivity reactions. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Any other question coming to anyone's mind? Okay, students, so let me ask you a questions before we start. Uh, so just raise your hand so that I can directly ask the answer. So my first question is, what is the role of properdin? So just raise your hand. What's the role of properdin? Okay. Yes, Manaswini?
So, properdin, it binds to C3BBB, and so C3BBB, initially it has a half-life of only 5 minutes, and then once properdin binds to it, it stabilizes it and extends its half-life to 30 minutes.
Okay. Okay. So my next question is, what is the role of factor D? What is the role of factor D? Okay. Anyone apart from Manaswini? Yes, Yukta. Yukta, you are not audible.
Sir, am I audible now?
Yes, you're audible. Role of factor D.
Sir, so what factor D does is the complex C3B, and when factor B binds to the C3B complex, this complex is inactive. So factor B acts as a substrate to which factor D comes and binds and cleaves off the smaller fragment, which is BA, leaving behind the complex C3B, which is our C3 converter.
Okay, so basically factor D cleaves factor B into B and the BB, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Okay, my next question is uh, what is the role of sialic acid? So apart from Manaswani and Yukta, what is the role of sialic acid? Okay, yes, Shakti.
Yes, sir. So it plays a role. So a high level of sialic acid contributes to inactivation of C3b, and if there are low, if the level is low, then C3b will remain active for a longer time.
Okay, so who have low levels of sialic acid, the mammalian cells or the pathogen?
Pathogen, sir,
Okay,
because then
so
then only it will
yes,
remain active.
yes. So the foreign antigen surfaces, they have low level of sialic acid. Okay, and therefore this complex, it remains active for a longer time. But in humans, there is high level of sialic acid, and that leads to contribution of inactivation of bound C3b. Okay, clear? Okay, students. So let us now start with the next pathway, which is your mannose binding lectin pathway. Okay. So before we understand what is MBL pathway, we'll first understand what is lectin. Okay, because until and unless you know that what is lectin, what is mannose, you won't be able to understand the whole concept. Okay. Okay, so let me just share the slides. Okay, students. So when we started this complement pathway, I told you that there are three pathways of complement system. First one is the classical pathway, and we have already seen the classical pathway in detail. Okay, and so this is the first pathway that was identified. Okay, and later on it was found that apart from this classical pathway, there is one more pathway which is called the alternative pathway. Okay, so it's an alternative pathway to the classical pathway. Okay, now this classical pathway, it was antibody dependent. Okay, so it required an antibody, and if you remember what Lit said, so like or so basically the concept was that there is something apart from antibody which is leading to the killing of pathogen. Okay, so classical pathway was the first one to be identified, and it was associated with the antibody. Later on, alternative pathway was identified. Okay, and the initiation of this pathway was identified to be because of the pathogen surface or the cell surface constituents on the surface of the pathogen. Okay, so the system recognizes. So as you have already seen that because of presence of sialic acid, it all happens. Okay, so that was alternative path, right? And then we have the third pathway. This was so this was the first to be identified, then second to be identified, and the third one is your MBL pathway. We call it as MBL pathway, or we can call it as lectin pathway, or we call it as mannose binding lectin pathway. Okay, so it's the same thing, right? So this pathway, we call it as, so there are different terms. Some people just say lectin pathway, some will call it as MBL pathway, some will call it as mannose binding lectin pathway. Okay, so it's the same thing, right? And how it initiate, when lectin binding to pathogen surface. Okay, so there is this protein lectin. Okay, so in humans, there is one protein lectin. This lectin goes and bind to the pathogen surface. And when this protein, it binds to the pathogen surface, then this pathway gets initiated. Okay, so this we have discussed, whatever way it starts, but ultimately it has all these functions. Okay. Okay, now we have already seen the classical pathway, we have seen the alternative pathway, and today we are going to talk about the lectin pathway. Okay, now it is activated by the binding of MBL. So I'll talk about MBL protein. Okay, now this protein in humans, it binds to mannose residues on glycoproteins or carbohydrates on the surface of microorganisms. Okay? And again, this is antibody independent. Okay, so it does not require antibody for its initiation. Okay, now if you just see this line, it is activated by binding of MBL to mannose residues on glycoproteins or carbohydrate on the surface of the microorganism. Okay, so again, the first thing is we need to see the surface of the microorganism. Okay, so suppose this is a microorganism. Okay, now on the surface of this microbe, there are a lot of glycoproteins, right? There are glycoproteins, there are carbohydrate on the surface of this, right? So obviously, there on the cell surface there are a lot of glycoproteins or carbohydrates. Okay. Uh, Now these glycoproteins or carbohydrates, they have mannose on their surface. Okay, and what is written here is activated by the binding of MBL. Okay, so now the MBL protein will bind to these mannose. Okay, and this binding will initiate the MBL pathway. Clear? So I'll just make, so you only need to understand this concept. The rest of the pathway is similar to your classical pathway. Okay, so it's only the initiation which is bit different. Okay. Okay, so now let's see this lectin pathway. So first let's understand what are lectins. Okay, so lectins are the proteins that bind carbohydrates. Okay, I'm sure in biochemistry you must have read about these lectins. Okay, so basically they are proteins, and they are the proteins that bind carbohydrates. Clear? Now, it's a general term. Lectin are the proteins that bind carbohydrate. If we make it more specific, then you have proteins like MBL or mannose binding lectin. Okay, so lectins that bind to mannose. Okay, so if you see MBL, so these are the lectins that bind mannose. Okay, where is this lectin present? So lectin is in humans. Okay, so in our system we have MBL proteins in our circulation, right? So MBL is an acute phase protein. Okay, so whenever there is an infection, its concentration increases. So it's an acute phase protein produced in inflammatory response. Okay, so whenever the body senses that there is some infection, there is inflammation, during that time the levels of MBL increase in our body. Okay, now these MBL, they bind to mannose residues. Okay, now where are these mannose residues present? Okay, they are on the glycoprotein or the carbohydrates on the surface of microorganisms. Okay, so students, if this thing is clear, then everything will be clear to you. Okay, so I'll just ask you again all these things. Okay, but now let's see the structure of this MBL. Okay, now the structure of MBL is similar to C1Q. So students, if you remember the classical pathway, I'm sure you will also remember the structure of C1Q. Okay, I'm not talking about the whole C1, I'm just talking about the C1Q. Okay, and you can see the picture here. Okay, so uh, just see this 2 to 6 trimers, okay, are formed, and ultimately the MBL protein looks like this. Okay, so structurally it is very much similar to C1. Okay, but with a shorter chain. Okay, so if you remember, if we draw C1Q, it had long chain, right? And it had 6 globular head, right? Okay, but if you see the structure of MBL, this chain, the length of this chain is small. Okay, so that is the only difference between MBL and C1. Okay, we will discuss this in more detail, but students, is this point clear? So students, my question is, where is mannose present? Yes, Manaswini?
So it's present on the glycoproteins which are on the surface of the pathogen.
Yes. So mannose is on the surface of the pathogen. Okay. And students, my question is, what is lectin? Yes, Namrita.
Protein that binds.
Namrita, you are not audible.
Sir, they are protein that binds to carbohydrates.
Okay. So lectins are the proteins that bind to carbohydrate. So students, my next question is then what is MBL? Yes, Namrita.
Sir, mannose binding lectin.
Okay. So what does that mean?
It produces inflammatory response.
Namrita, you are not audible.
Sir, mannose binding lectin produces inflammatory response which bind to mannose residues.
Okay. Okay. So lectins that bind to mannose residues. Okay. Okay, students. Uh, what is the structural similarity between C1Q and MBL? Structural similarity between C1 and MBL. So you just saw that. I draw that also. Yes, Manaswani?
So they both have 6 globular heads.
Yes. So if you just see, they both look the same, right? But one have a longer chain, right? Other one has a small. Okay. So that is a major difference, right? Okay. Okay. Let me again come back to the slides. Okay. So students, you are now aware what are lectins. So lectins are the proteins that bind to carbohydrates. Okay. MBL is a lectin that bind to mannose residues. Where are these mannose residues present? They are present on the surface of the microorganisms. Okay, and this mannose binding lectin, it is similar to C1Q, and you can see its structure here. Okay. Okay, so this pathway is again as alternative pathway is antibody independent pathway. So it does not require antibody for its initiation. The mechanism is more like the classical pathway. So we have already seen the classical pathway in detail, right? Now, because after initiation, it proceeds through the action of C4 and C2 to produce C5 convertase. So you know that what happens in classical pathway. So in the classical pathway, it starts with C4 and C2, then C3, and ultimately formation of C5 convertase and C5b, right? So MBLs also function in similar to that of C1Q. So as I said, the structure of MBL and the function of MBL is similar to that of C1Q, okay, which it resembles in structure. So you can see the structure and function of MBL is similar to C1Q, right? Clear?
Yes.
Okay, so what happens after MBL bind to the surface? So we have already seen where MBL binds. So where MBL will bind? So it's a acute phase protein When there is infection, the body start producing more of MBL, okay, and that MBL, that lectin will go and bind to the mannose residues on the surface of the pathogens, okay. Now, when this happens, there are other proteins which is called MBL associated serine proteases, okay, or MASP, MASP, okay. And from where this is coming, this is MBL, say M, associated serine protease, MASP, okay. So there are two MASP, MASP1 and MASP2, okay, clear? So these proteases, these are associated with MBL. And students, do you know what are proteases? I'm sure you may have studied this in biochemistry.
Sir, they're enzymes which which degrade proteins.
Yes. So proteases are basically the proteins that cleave proteins, right? Right. So you can see here that obviously we have to cleave the complement proteins, okay. So these serine proteases, they are associated with MBL, okay, and they are called as MASP1 and MASP2, okay. Now another thing is that these MAPs, they have structural similarity to C1R and C1S and mimics their activity, okay. So if you remember, in C1 you have C1Q, two molecules of R and two molecules of S, okay. Similarly, MBL also have MASP1 and MASP2. So MASP1 is similar to C1R, okay, and MASP2 is similar to C1S. Clear? And these maps, they mimic the function of C1R and C1S. Clear? So active complex formed by this association cause cleavage and activation of C4, okay. And you can see the structure. So this is your mannose binding lectin, MBL, okay, and these are your MBL associated serine protease. So two molecules of MASP1 and two molecules of MASP2, okay. Now if you just let me do a comparison with C1Q. So if you remember, so you have C1Q, okay, C1R and C1S, okay. So this is your C1 molecule, okay. Now if we just compare it with MBL, so C1Q is your MBL, okay. C1R is your MASP1, okay, and C1S is MASP2, okay. So in classical pathway you have C1, In lectin pathway, you have this MBL. So things clear till this point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now you just remember this. Okay. So in MBL pathway, it will start with MBL. Okay. And MBL के साथ associated है MASP1 and MASP2. And if you understand this, you can now understand the whole pathway. ओके सो अब सारा कुछ वैसे ही चलेगा जैसे क्लासिकल पाथवे में चल रहा था ओके सो MASP has structural similarity to C1s and C1R and mimics their activity. This means of activating C2, C4 components to form C5 convertase without need for specific antibody. Okay, and that represents an important innate defense mechanism. Okay, because it is not requiring any antibody, it's an important form of innate defense mechanism. Even the alternative pathway is an important innate defense mechanism. Okay, and innate, it's, I think in the last class someone said it's non-specific, right? So whatever pathogen or whatever cell surface constituents which are different, okay, they will be attacked by the alternative pathway and the MBL path. Okay, clear? Okay, so students, okay, let me share. Okay, so we are talking about MBL. Okay, so MBL has structural similarity okay, so MBL again has 6 globular heads similar to C1q, okay, and it has MASP associated with it, okay, so you have MASP1 and MASP2, okay, so this MBL, where it binds on the surface of the pathogen, and the pathogen, it contains mannose, okay, right? So this MBL will bind to mannose, okay, and when this binding takes place, the first thing what will happen, this binding will activate MASP1, okay, right? So when this happens, it activates MASP1, which further activates MASP2. Okay, now things move the same way as it happens in the classical pathway. So this will first act on C4, okay, to form C4A and C4B. Okay, now to this C2 binds. Okay, so this again acts on C2, right? So again, what will form C2A and C2B. Okay, now the bigger components, these two are formed, and this is your C4B 2A. Clear? So students, now it's same. This is your C3 convertase. So this will act on C3 to form C3. So it will form C3B and C3A, right? And now these will combine and this will form C4B 2A 3B. Okay, and this has C5 convertase activity. So what will happen? So this will now act on C5 to form C5A and C5B. Okay, and this C5B then will further lead to formation of MAC. Okay, so अब इस पे क्या होगा? C6, then C7, then C8, then C9 polymerization, and ultimately formation of MAC. Okay, clear? So it's similar to your classical pathway. So if you know the classical pathway, if you know the alternative pathway, this is again a very simple pathway. Okay, now let me just show you one figure and then I will show you the video of this pathway. Okay, students, so this is the picture which shows all the three pathways in one picture. Okay, so it's the classical pathway, lectin pathway, and the alternative pathway. Okay, and you can see the end product is the formation of MAC. Okay, the only thing is initiation is different. So classical pathway, it starts with antigen antibody interaction, right, which activates C1 and leads and then C, this activate R2, S2, and then C4, so like this, okay? And MBL pathway, as I said, it is more or less similar to the classical pathway, so it also acts on C4, right? So you can see here, C1 is also acting on C4, okay, and this MASP is also acting on C4. So the starting point in both is your C4, right? And from here C4V and then C3 convertase, so this will break down C3, okay, and you can see C3 के point पे alternative pathway भी मिल गया, right? Because alternative pathway it starts with C3, okay? So इस point पे again you have then lot of C3Bs and ultimately चाहे वो MBL pathway हो, classical pathway हो, उसमें C5 convertase बनेगा, alternative pathway में भी C5 convertase बनेगा, and then ultimately your MAC. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, so let's have attendance and then I will show you the video of MBL pathway. Okay. So Adish, Adish. Okay, so I think he's absent today. Atoiba, Atoiba, Ayushi,
Present, sir.
Ayushi, you are not visible. Okay, Sam,
Present, sir.
Devanshi,
Present, sir.
Ishita,
Present, sir.
Janvi,
Present, sir.
Kshitij,
Present, sir.
Manaswini,
Present, sir.
Namrita,
Present, sir.
Nandini,
Present, sir.
Nehal,
Present, sir.
Rupal, Rupal, you are not visible. Okay, Sahiba, Sanjana.
Present, sir.
Okay, Ayushi, I can see you now. Shakti,
Present, sir.
Shivani,
Present, sir.
Tanvi,
Present, sir.
Tridiv,
Present, sir.
Vivek,
Present, sir.
Yukta,
Present, sir.
So Yukta, you were not visible, and Yuvraj.
Present, sir.
Okay. Okay. So
Hello,
students.
sir.
Okay. Yes, Yuvraj, I can see you. So students, let's just see a small video on MBL pathway so that things are more clear to you. Okay.
Pathway. Lectins are soluble proteins. These proteins are mainly produced by liver. Lectins recognize specific carbohydrate components present on the microbial surfaces. Mannose binding lectin, abbreviated as MBL, was the first lectin to be discovered. MBL binds to mannose containing carbohydrates of bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and viruses. Mannose binding lectin circulates in blood as a complex with two proteases, which are MASP1 and MASP2. MASP stands for MBL associated serine protease. Let's study the steps involved in lectin pathway. In the first step, MBL complex binds to the microbial surface. This MBL complex binds to the mannose containing macromolecule on the surface of pathogen, and this binding triggers the lectin pathway of the complement activation. MASP2, that is, the protease of this MBL complex, acts as convertase. It cleaves C4, which is a complement protein, into C4A and C4B. C4b binds covalently to the microbial surface and C4a is released. In the next step, complement protein C2 comes and interacts with MASP2 and get cleaved into C2a, which is the larger fragment, and smaller C2b. This C2a, which is the larger fragment, binds to the pathogen-bound C4b. The complex of C4b and C2a is designated as C4b-C2a complex, and this is a C3 convertase. So, we saw that how lectin pathway leads to the generation of C3 convertase, and here the C3 convertase is represented by C4b C2a complex.
So students, is it clear? Any
Yes, sir.
questions related to Mannose pathway or the lectin pathway?
No, sir, it's clear.
Okay, so when do we have our next class? I think it is now on next week. Yes, Shakti, you have some question?
Yes, sir.
हाँ शक्ति पूछो.
Yes, so lectin and alternate pathway both are AB independent. So how do they function? Like they both work together, or there's some sequence?
See, they are functioning together, okay? But you know that maybe there are some microbes which may not have mannose on their surface, right? So in that case, MBL will not work, right? Because MBL is present in our blood. It is circulating in small quantity. Okay. And whenever it finds a pathogen, it binds to it. Okay. So this MBL, this lectin will bind to the mannose. But suppose a pathogen has entered which do not have mannose, right? So then MBL pathway will not work. Only the alternative pathway will work, right? So both are working. So it all depends on the kind of cell surface constituents. Fine?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Any other question? And these MBL or mannose binding lectins, they are produced by the liver, okay? And you know, whenever there is infection, as I said, immunology mein na, like there is a lot of signaling, okay? So when there is infection, a signal goes to liver that there is a need for production of more MBL, okay? So I'm sure you know about acute phase proteins. So these are the proteins when the infection starts, right? When the infection is in the acute phase. So some of the proteins like the C-reactive protein or these MBL and there are many other acute phase protein, their level increases, okay? Because that is the time when they are required, okay? जब bacteria या कोई pathogen it has entered, then there is a need for a lot of complement protein, there is a need for a lot of MBL, lot of complement protein so that these pathways can get activated. Okay, so at that time their number increases, and when the pathogen has been cleared, then a signal goes that no need, slow down, and things will then slow down. Okay, so things are highly regulated when we talk of immunology. Okay, and you will realize this in lot other classes that we'll be having. Okay. Okay, students, so I think I can stop the class now and we'll meet next week. Okay. So, see you, students. I'm ending the class now.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.